This is called Imaginary Millions, a piece of poetic futurology. This is for the imaginary millions to come. This is for the imaginary millions undone. This is for the imaginary millions to come. This is for the imaginary millions undone. This is for the quashed, the thwarted, the suppressed, the slaughtered, the uninflected, the unfleshed, the unrefined, the squandered, the abandoned, the promised and never delivered, the thus defrauded, the smothered and drowned in the bath, unmourned, unlauded, prematurely aborted. This is the vehicle of your idea that left the station, but you'd never boarded. This is a requiem for those daydreams, your brainwaves unsung, progeny unloved, for the jagged lines tapped out on your phone in stickies or slyly into voice memos intoned in the snatched seconds on your morning commute before alighting at drudgery at your desk in a break from the humdrum. This is for the imaginary millions undone. This is for your imaginary millions undone. For the moments that pass with a half-hearted, well, maybe I'll do it later, or a cavalier, well, it will never be any good anyway. Ideas left suspended in animation, dismissed with an, oh well, I'm no Orwell, it's only little old me and my amateurish utterings. Quelled by squeamishness and self-condemnation, the clenchings and declensions where a spurt was dammed up, an impulse spurned, the vault slammed shut. The embryonic burblings when you should have played sommelier but you bottled it up. When you looked upon your offspring, disowned it, made it a foundling, declared it a runt. When you should have been bold and offered it fondness and taken a punt. This is for all the forsaken daughters and unprodigal sons. Where do all these imaginary millions end up? Do they roam, botched and broken about a liminal space, crammed with frustrated monads and teary hungry ghosts, suspended in a bardo state, meditating on the great unaccomplished songs and concept albums they might have become? Sequestered in a nether region, waiting for a passage to a reality they'll never see. Evanescent wisps of the cherubim. So many unbaptized, floating in limbo, condemned by your original sin, your lack of belief, your unwillingness to reach within, to nurture your seed, your kin, when instead you invoked their unworthiness, call them defective, and reach for the bin. This is for the imaginary millions undone. And this is for the imaginary millions to come. What do we learn from the Sufis? Your art is a gift. It feeds our deepest hunger, and self-doubt is hubris. Self-hate is hubris. Your inner censor is hubris. Everything is germination, gestation, and bringing forth. Everything is germination, gestation, and bringing forth. Just do it. Eyes wide like Kubrick. Because this is our shrine. This is our magical find, because every time someone steps up on this stage, whether rough or refined, their stage time makes this room more kind. They consecrate it to the divine, make it a plinth to their ambition and all our wishes to make them shine. The audience connects like nuclear fission, and they make it easier for the next one to come up here and complete their fearful mission. We're all perfectly imperfect up here. You have a place up here on this stage staked out in advance. Your name is emblazoned up there in invisible neon lights. Your crooked idiosyncrasy is your perfection. Your fear on stage is your perfection. Your fiddling with the mic cord is your perfection. Your quivering lip and crackling voice is your perfection. Your mumbled first line is your perfection. Your dropped and misremembered stanzas are your perfection. Because you bless us with the gift of noble endeavour. Because every new brave sister or brother is another sparkle in the firmament. Every new blooming individuality helps to fertilise and germinate for us to start to grow another. Because yes, we're the imaginary millions. Just us. And we contain multitudes. And because looking back against the odds, I think we'll have brought it off. Yep, we'll have cut clean through the agnotology, fake news and that algorithmic froth. Seen through the surveillance and the scopophilia and just shrugged it off. Because we're a cosmic race and we're coming, and no, we won't be warded off. That's right, I guess we're the ones the Daily Mail have warned you of. Because artists are seers. Yes, we artists see and are the future. And the future is something that all artists must love. So this is for the imaginary millions to come. This is for the imaginary millions to come. This is for the imaginary millions to come.